And welcome back to another episode of GameState, where we gamify real estate. I'm your host, Casey Sears. And this week, I wanted to do a recap of what a spectacular time I had this weekend, largely in the Marietta area, and what was going on this weekend that makes Atlanta, Marietta, greater Atlanta area just a wonderful place to live if you are into all things geeky. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were absolute phenomenal days for being out in the sunshine. Wonderful weather we had the entire time. And me and the missus went down to Glover Park in historic Marietta Square to attend Marietta the Gathering. This is the third year that they've had Marietta the Gathering. And Marietta the Gathering is a family-friendly festival that honors the geek community, pop culture, and arts of Marietta. And it is so much fun. And they have a stage with live performances. Hyperspace was there. Raspberry Pi was there. And if you're into the convention scene around Atlanta, you would have noticed a lot of the vendors from DragonCon, from MomoCon attending there. MomoCon is actually a sponsor of Marietta the Gathering, and they were there. They had put up two huge truck screens, big movie screens, and they had consoles set up where you could walk by, sit down, play Smash, play whatever kind of console game that you wanted to play. And they had a large pavilion with a free board game checkout library system where you could sit down, play some board games with your friends. Very friendly, very nice people. Really a lot of thank yous to the volunteers at MomoCon. And then also we had Nerdi Gras. Nerdi Gras happens in Midtown at the Crown Plaza, Atlanta every year. And that was this weekend as well. And that show is growing a lot as well. I was really, really happy to see that this is a show that Mark Meir has picked up into his schedule. And then you get the favorites like Bob Carter, both just tremendous voice actors, and a whole lot more. And those were both going on this weekend. Now, coming up in the next week or so, don't forget to celebrate Pi Day. That's coming up March 14th, of course. And then we also have, if you've ever thought about volunteering for MomoCon, I do every year, spoiler alerts. We have a volunteer meeting that is coming up. Go check out momocon.com/volunteers to find out more information about that. It is a whole lot of fun. We take over the Georgia World Congress Center. And when you're a volunteer, you just really get to have a lot more fun with the show. You get to be there with your friends, working to make sure everybody has a great time, and then you get to have a good time at the same time, and it's wonderful. So a lot to do. Marietta, if you wanted to find a piece of property around Marietta, now's the time to try and do it. We're starting to see interest rates come down a little bit, and I'm seeing conventional interest rates down around just under the sixes, VA just under the sixes, and FHA closer to the fives. And we're starting to see a lot more inventory come onto the marketplace. So whether you're a first-time home buyer with, a beer budget of $150,000, or if you're looking to capitalize on the tremendous year-over-year equity growth that Marietta seems to experience every year, then it is definitely an option for you. And I'd be happy to show you some houses in there, and let's talk. This has been GameState. I'm your host, Casey Sears. If you enjoy this kind of content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me grow this podcast. It's a passion project. I love it. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next week on GameState.